The Thresh and the Lulu on top of that will make it very difficult for High to pull off any assassinations on Wild Turtle's Twitch.
Looking at Cloud9's team, kind of hard for an initiation. Where do they find themselves if they have to force these fights with what they've had so far?
Yeah, pretty much bindings. Pretty much bindings is what they're relying on. Or a nice kick backwards.
Wow.
Xin Zhao is the pick right there.
One of his favorites.
GSM, yeah. It's something that was much bigger when Feral Flare was stronger when it first came in, but Feral Flare has received significant nerfs. Remember, we're playing LCS here on the 4.7 patch. Sacrificing, instead of it being kind of a bottom left to top right map, it is a bottom right to top left map as far as where people are standing.
Shifted.
Yeah, the top half on the left is to TSM, the bottom half is to C9, and Balls is just trying to scrape what he can. As amazing there, he's level 6.
No, gets hit back, doing what he can to get out of this one. The 3-talon knocking him up, and it's going to be the first blood. 8.5 minutes in, not even level 6 in that top lane.
Maybe that's the plan for TSM. It definitely seems like it. They're shutting out Balls, which is what Cloud9 has really relied on as their carry. All the while at All-Stars, you could really track their success. Were the ganks for Balls successful?
Yep.
How fed is their top laner?
Wild Turtle. Oh, could be getting a good bit of damage, but Dyrus in the top lane as well. Tries to get a flash over the wall with the Dragon's Rage. Coming out immediately, one last shot. The auto attack, the heal, and the flash! Wild Turtle trying to make it sneaky here, but can he get the kill? High could be going down for this one. I don't see him getting out. He grabbed the clone. No, he grabbed the right one. The clone went to the top side. Well played by both teams.
All right, so Cloud9 gets a gank in the top line. At that point, there's a kill trade in the bottom lane, and how does Cloud9 react to that? The gold is still very close after this one, and things actually just kind of reset, crazily enough.
Yep.
Reevaluation of the game TSM did during the offseason. They did not buy that many pink wards last split. Bjergsen himself bought 1 or 2 the entire split. He's got 1 in his inventory right now, and there's 2 on the map for TSM as a whole. Cloud9 putting the teleport out, going in!
They're all taking some good damage. Amazing trying to go in, but he's going down immediately. No HP there. Dyrus is going to be trying to go on the front line. Dragons descend to 3 members, and it's going to be sneaky. Put down the shot. A double kill for Meteos as he puts on the pain. Wild Turtle's going to get shot here. A good Q coming in from Sneaky. A flash on the Sonic Wave. No following resonating strike, and we see Bjergsen heading for the hills.
I mean, Riv, you and I were just talking about this. How was the team fight coordination of TSM going to be versus a team as experienced as Cloud9? It looked like they had no team fight coordination there. Complete disarray as Cloud9 destroyed them. Now TSM pushing off the Dragon because Cloud9 is at least low, and there's respawns for TSM.
Good power and thought here. This call coming from Bjergsen and the rest of the team, and this would be quite scary to keep going in on. We do see that High is getting that lane push, so they have something to worry about in the bottom lane, and hopefully can just go back for this Dragon.
Well, TSM knows that Cloud9 delayed their recalls because of the Dragon attempt, so TSM, despite losing the teamfight 3-0, will get the Dragon to kind of recompensate them for some of the gold they lost. Overall, the Dragon's going to be worth about 1.5 kills, so not a great trade, but they keep it even in gold, despite the disastrousness nature of that teamfight.
But a great first game to the split. Dragons have now been traded in the game. Few invades to start it off, and Team SoloMid is keeping themselves just about $1 grand behind on this one.
Balls is getting himself back into the game. TSM had given Dyrus a slight edge. At one point it was about 55 to 30. Now it's only 11 CS, and the same assist number on both sides. Dyrus hits that binding with the turret as well. All the while Balls is farming. This is a sacrifice turret for the Blanc and Trundle farm. And he's freezing the lane, trying to deny the farm back from Dyrus. It's so much more denial of farm is happening now. After everyone played against SKT in that All-Star game, Flash had to be burned by Amazing. He was
High thinking he can take Amazing. Falls to the top lane, teleports up on both sides, and the Dragon is alive, but Cloud9 is already 2 steps ahead on this one. As TSM is actually formulating quite a bit towards the top side now, putting a lot on Balls.
Well, the idea would have been to put a lot on Balls, but they really didn't do anything. While the Dragon was being taken, they had no pressure on lanes. They got maybe a little bit of war control, but Balls is ahead of the game, sees them across the wall. There wasn't even a buff to steal, and now TSM is pushing up the mid lane, or getting pushed up the mid lane. They actually might win on this turret push. Cloud9 staying in the mid, though. This could be a bit of a race trade.
C9 without too many minions in the mid lane, I believe. Sneaky gets hit up right there. That's the HP that he needed to stay alive. The culling in the face, and it's going to be the Contaminate to take him down. 5 to 3 in kills right now. We're 22, about a half minutes into this game, and TSM formulating towards the bottom side, and that's going to give Cloud9 a bit of a run here.
Yeah, they're going to be rushing this. It's a question of how fast can TSM get here. That Baron goes down real fast, and Bjergsen is really lagging behind right now.
They do have that Blade of the Rune King onto balls. That's going to help on the percentage damage. Baron down to 3,000, 2,000 now, 1,500. They are close, but Amazing is not. Baron goes down. And Cloud9 is going to set themselves up for a run at the front door.
These are positional and shot calling things for Cloud9. We're wondering how Cloud9 was going to adapt with High coming back. It looks like they're right where they left off. They know exactly where to go. They saw the move bottom lane. They just rushed the Baron. No fear, no hesitation. Whereas TSM was caught with Happy Feet running back and forth from the bottom lane. Gold lead and a Baron buff. A 4v5 dive, even with the teleport threat up, could still end the game if you're TSM.
That attack speed coming out of balls on Trundle. Another turret goes down. A big surge of money coming in with Baron and 2 following turrets to only lose 1. No members have even dropped in this last experience that Cloud9 had, and Dyrus is going to do what he can. Teleport's still up, but he's going to decide to go back now. Yeah,
a 1 turret 4-2 trade that might be what they're waiting for, because they're not trying any type of split push. Expect them to get very aggressive on this next wave.
I wouldn't doubt it. Lemon Nation rushing a Zanyas for himself as well. These guys have the ability to start that fight and make it their own.
Oh!
Dyrus down to 300 HP. That's balls onto the turret. He is completely focusing it with the rest of the team. They know what objectives have to happen, when they have to happen. They're onto the inhibitor, only taking bits of damage here and there, and they're completely fine to stay.
Yeah, TSM looks honestly a little bit discombobulated right now. They do not seem to have that decisive voice of go. They don't land the hook. That was going to be the moment, but they still want to go.
That's the initiation we were talking about. Where's it come from? It has to be a hook. There's the Zanyas with the Soul Shackle going down, and it forces TSM in a full disengage. A good box being put down by Glebe stops Cloud9 from getting any more out of it, but they didn't get anything they wanted there.
But the Baron regen keeps them interested. Cloud9 can continue the siege. Another missed hook from Glebe. Cloud9 staying relevant.
Throwing it into the pool. They expect that to happen. We hear of supports kind of throwing it off to the side, and right now the hooks need to be hitting. They got to get 1 activation on that. TSM clearing up a little bit in this bottom lane as Cloud9 says, it's enough pressure for now. Let's take Dragon and regroup.
Yeah. Controlled play here by Cloud9. They know they have a big turret lead. They're taking many more dragons. The gold lead is now about 9,000. 3 dragons and a Baron. A lot of objectives for these guys. They're going to just look to control here. They know they have a lot of gold in their inventories. Everyone's sitting around 1,500. Cloud9 really putting TSM in an impossible situation right now. They're going to give up something. Great amount of damage by Turtle right there. It could stop the Baron play. But now they do need to send someone back for balls. The inhib's down.
Balls has got it. He's got a big wave already past River that's going to come up beside him. This is Cloud9 now to stop the backs and hinder that from happening. TSM has still sent nobody back. There is a ping in the base. They're aware, obviously, of what's going on. And now this is, oh my gosh, he's going to get
kills turrets very fast.
Nexus turret on this one.
And still no one successfully backed by TSM.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, they either all go back to stop the inhibitor and give up Baron.
And Baron.
But they just got stuck between 2 places. Now they probably give up the inhibitor in a Nexus turret and the Baron. Amazing's going to try and flash steal us, but this is pure desperation.
Jack, at one point, you know, TSM was moving around the map, but this almost looks like silence. It almost looks like the communication is halted. Gonna get a good split on the team here. Cloud9 is actually without High on this one if he can't get to the fight too quick. Glebe getting in close, but the shield's already used.
High can always flank around from the back, though, if this fight does start. The hook is not onto a priority target, and High is in the back. He can try to assassinate. This is the fight Cloud9 won.
Balls eats down onto Amazing. It's gonna be big damage. Meteos gets hit up. Dyrus to the back line. Actually, Dragon's descent towards out of the fight, really. Not getting burnout damage in there. It's gonna be Lemon Nation going down, but Glebe falls as well as the supports hit the ground. Wild Turtle's the next one to go down. He can't get in ambush mode. Amazing and Dyrus are running for their lives. The pickup, the calling, one more stock, and High get the WQ. Distorting in range as the Glitter Lance hits, and it does not look like he'll have it. Almost getting taken down by the Wolf crit, but it looks like a safe getaway. 7-4 as Cloud9 moves into the base.
It's actually only a 2-for-1, and they get the inhibitor, but really, how much more can they get out of this? It seemed like a great start to the fight, but a pretty miraculous escape by TSM. Bjergsen gets back, and Amazing is doing his best to juke High.
Oh, quick cue. We got a little curve of all on that one.
Oh, lands? No, he doesn't get the Glitter Lance on.
He's greedy.
Whew. Oh boy. And they actually have Spooky Ghost playing defense for them. There's the Baron.
Baron goes down. Everybody's quite close to level 18 on the side of Cloud9. It may not take much more for this game to be over. Bjergsen with a good glitter lance on the backside. Oh, he gets the W! The lantern out as Glebe comes for safety, but that is a very hurt Bjergsen. He does have home guards to get himself back in, but we'll see what they can do as Cloud9 moves in.
He saved his ultimate, but the minion wave is arriving soon, and Balls is there now. They're trying to get inhibitor number 2 while
No
TSM back to
minions
base.
necessary to start that one off. They come in slowly to keep it going and lower the armor a little bit on the turret, but as they make their way out 40 minutes in, they drop the second inhibitor.
Oh, they don't sweep the ward, though. This sneak
hatch it.
attack is not necessarily going to work. It's worth a thought, though.
This would be great. High's right on the
Does it
outside.
actually?
Oh, no, how did you grab Balls best high? Oh, they go in. The wild growth is perfect. Glebe is huge now, but is it enough? He's not even turning around to attack. He's running away on the outside. Red attack's coming through, but it's not able to shred enough damage. Bjergsen's now the focus. Bjergsen's now dead, and Dyrus does what he can to help Turtle get out of his shell on that one to safety. He's going to go down as well with the Guardian Angel there, but it's not a Guardian Angel enough. That's the Nexus turret. That's the first game of your NALCS Summer Split. Cloud9 is going to take the win at 40 minutes.
What a way to end, too, on top of a ward. It's almost as if TSM got tired of trying to make plays and just went in for them.